Hey, hey, I'm on vacation every single day, cause I love my occupation. Hey, 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 I'm on vacation. If you don't like your life, then you should go and change it. Hey, 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 I'm on vacation every single day, cause I love my occupation. Hey, 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 I'm on vacation every single day, every single day. Every single day, every single day, every single day.
Hello, welcome back. My name is Mr. Kyle Cohen. I'm a fourth grade teacher in Cleveland, Ohio. Welcome to my classroom. It is Monday, March 22nd, 2021. When I created this YouTube channel, I made a promise to myself that I would never say, oh, I'm so sorry that it's been so long since I've posted. Yeah, I promised I wouldn't say that. But I've been kind of busy and I haven't had a lot of time to make YouTube videos. So if you are sticking around, I appreciate you. Also, when it comes to the classroom, we've been kind of in a routine and things have been kind of smooth. Dare I say it out loud? For the past month, we've had a relatively smooth going here in the fourth grade. We have had a very minimal amount of cases of the virus here in my school for teachers and staff. All staff who opted to get the vaccine got the second dose of the vaccine 2 weeks ago. So we are rocking and rolling when it comes to vaccines. As of the end of March, our governor announced that everyone 16 and up will actually have the opportunity to get the vaccine. If you have not been following along, we have been in person in some capacity since September. So whether that has been hybrid or all students, we've had all students since the beginning of January, since we came back from winter break. And besides the 3 weeks after Thanksgiving and before winter break, we've been in person, and again, things have been going really well here. It's crazy to think that it has been 1 year since the start of this pandemic. We just passed the 1 year mark, and I was doing a lot of reflecting on that, and it's wild. If you would have told me this past summer, coming into this school year, that we would be able to have school in person to this level of success, I frankly wouldn't have believed you. We had so much fear and anxiety and nervousness coming into this school year, and rightfully so. This was uncharted territory. None of us knew what we were doing. None of us have taught in a pandemic before. So I think all of our fears were warranted, but it's really wild to think that this school year I've been able to pretty successfully teach students in person, obviously with tons of health and safety precautions. Students are wearing masks, we're staying spaced out, we're doing all of those things, and kids have been learning. And for those districts that are just going back now or haven't gone back yet, I hope that you're feeling confident in your district's safety precautions. I'm not saying that you have no right to feel nervous or anxious, because there are days when I feel that way as well, but just being able to look back on our success so far makes me feel really positive for what the future is going to hold when it comes to education and maintaining safety in schools. I thought it would be fun to bring you along for my day today, walk you through what's going on here in the fourth grade. So let's go ahead and get into it. I feel like I said this before, but I'm a big fan of Mondays. Mondays I feel most refreshed from the weekend, unless if it's been like a weekend where I don't feel refreshed. But I got a lot of sleep this weekend. I'm feeling caught up, so I came in here extra early today. I also had a few things that I just did not prepare for today and tomorrow, so I wanted to make sure I got that done this morning. I went ahead and made a brief to-do list for my day today. There's just a couple of big things that I need to get done. The first thing being, we have these like mandatory district videos that we need to watch, talk about safety and all sorts of other social justice related concerns. So we are going to make sure I get those done today, because today's the deadline and I haven't done that yet. So I'm going to get those videos done. Report cards for the third quarter are due next week. And for our report cards, there's a bunch of different sections. And as someone who teaches students all day in person, person. I have them for reading, for math, for science, social studies, and we also do like a social emotional growth area as well. So I need to get their grades finalized. I need to get a few individual student missing assignments caught up today so I can get those grades finalized. I also need to start making comments. That comment section really does take some time because I want to provide thoughtful, meaningful comments on all student report cards. So I want to start getting those together today. If you also were not aware, I'm in the final stretch of my graduate program. I am getting my master's degree in educational leadership to hopefully one day be a principal, and I have a few huge final projects that I am continuing to work on for that program. The program officially is complete in May, so we are in the final stretch. I'm really excited about that, but have a few things I need to get done for grad school today as well. And finally, I just have a few copies that I need to make for Wednesday and Thursday of this week, and I also need to prep materials for today and tomorrow.
Pick up a dandelion, you had me mesmerized. So pretty, just when I start to like it, you just get up and leave in the breeze. Why'd you leave?
Hi, so yesterday kind of just got the best of me. It was really crazy and hectic and just kind of all over the place. I had like 30 meetings. I'm exaggerating. I had a lot of meetings yesterday, and I didn't have a chance to pick up the camera again. I had all these grand plans of walking you through what my productive day was going to look like. I wanted to show you my lesson plans and my checklist and everything that happened yesterday, and yet none of that didn't happen. So we're gonna do it now. It's now Tuesday morning. It's Tuesday, March 23rd, and I'm gonna update you now on what yesterday and today, what everything looked like. First, put my things away, get situated. I didn't even leave my space clean. It was so, in full transparency, it was so nice out yesterday. It was like 70 degrees out in the middle of March, which doesn't really happen when you live in Cleveland, Ohio. And when it happens, you leave work and you go outside. So that's what we did. Okay. I'm all situated. Now, yesterday we were doing a lot of test prep, and today we're doing a lot of test prep as well. This week on Thursday and Friday, my students will be engaging with the Ohio State tests, which are the standardized tests that are given to students grades 3 through 12 in the state of Ohio. We were hoping that given the fact that our students and teachers and families lived through a pandemic, that we wouldn't have to assess our students on these very rigorous, tedious, high-stakes tests. We thought that we would maybe exempt them from those this year or not have to stress people out about them. That certainly is not the case. We're gonna put our kids through that on top of everything that they've already been through for a purpose that I'm not sure of. I'm trying not to come off as too political or too opinionated or anything like that. My job as a teacher is to do what's best for my students each and every day, and I constantly want to make sure that I'm providing them with an amazing, high-quality education, and I want to also make sure that they're being taken care of when it comes to their social and emotional and mental needs as well. And I just fear that the stress and anxiety that comes with standardized testing is greater than the actual data that we're going to be getting from these tests. I can already guess what the data is going to show. I can guess that students in the spring of 2021 will be farther behind than students in the spring of 2019. Okay. That's my prediction. I don't think it's a very bold prediction. I think that is what nationally the data is going to show. What are we going to do about it, right? Like, we know what it's going to show. I don't think we need to necessarily put our students through that to get the information. I'm a classroom teacher. It is my role to do what is expected of me, and so that is what we will be doing. Students will be testing Thursday and Friday, and because of that, I want them to feel really prepared. So yesterday we just did a bunch of activities here in the classroom that got students reviewing a lot of the English language arts curriculum that we cover throughout the school year. I did one of those task card activities where I just posted these cards throughout the classroom. It focused on fact and opinion, synonyms, antonyms, figurative language, point of view. These were awesome. It was a free resource on Teachers Pay Teachers. It got students up, it got students moving. Given our current restrictions, what I did was I had the cards spaced out, and then I assigned every student to one of the cards around the room. I kind of controlled the rotation. So I said rotate, we would all shift one card to the left. Students had their own paper, their own pencil, and that kind of movement is totally acceptable given our current restrictions. We are allowed to be doing things like that. It's not just total free-for-all movement like traditionally doing task cards in the past, but it does get students up, it gets them moving, which I think is really important because when they're sitting in a chair all day, that's not good for anybody. I don't want to be sitting in a chair all day. So I thought that was a great review yesterday. I also got students actually on the test prep software on the computer because when they take this test, they actually take it online, and taking an online test is very different from taking a paper and pencil test. It's a different feel, and there's also a bunch of different resources and tools on the online test. There's a highlighting tool, there's like a strike through tool, so I a lot of the time have conversations with my students about getting rid of any of the bad answers, getting rid of anything that just doesn't make sense. So we use that strike through tool on the internet test to show them what it's like to cross off your answers when you can't actually, write on your computer screen. So again, we're doing some more of that test prep today. I also have just some coloring sheets, which are all different cute little, like, you will do perfect on the test, you're one smart cookie. These are just, again, a free pack that I found on Teachers Pay Teachers. My plan is to have students work on those the morning of their test. They can come on in on Thursday and Friday and just kind of color. It is a de-stressing sort of thing. Another activity that we're doing this week is taking a test with a partner. Again, I don't want to make them exhausted by test prep, but I also want them to feel equipped and prepared and confident going into it. So they're going to be working with a partner to take a practice test. These are all available online, so I highly recommend checking them out, trying to find creative ways to expose them to test prep. We know that students are really going through a lot right now, and we understand that students are going through a lot right now, but if we're giving these tests, we want them to feel prepared. So it's finding that balance here. Thanks so much for watching today's video. I know it was kind of all over the place and a little bit disjointed, but that's the reality of the 2020-2021 school year. I cannot believe that it is already the end of March, that the end of the school year is so quickly approaching. I appreciate you sticking around with me and still watching these YouTube videos. I hope things are going well for you, for your students, for your community. Leave a comment down below sharing any reflections based on anything I shared in today's video or anything going on with you in your classroom. As always, I so appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.
Pick up a dandelion, you had me mesmerized.